And some of you have followed our story with our new place that we bought, and there's like this big hole underneath, and you're like, what the heck? And if you're like me, I don't understand foundations, period. This is kind of my husband's world. He's always talking about footing, slab on grade, blah, 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 and it means nothing to me. So I've done some research, and I'm going to include it in here. But basically, our foundation was poured like a thick, like think of if you're going to build a Lego house, like you just do a wall around something. Like that was all it was. What you're supposed to do is you're never supposed to dig underneath that what you poured. So say it's poured this much. You never dig below this. They did. So where you will see in this video is there is literally like erosion. There is dirt. This seems serious. Hold on. All right. So what ended up happening was they wanted to make a crawl space. And this is part of the only house, everything else is slab on grade. That basically means just concrete poured on the ground. But this again had kind of that like Lego brick type outline. And then what they did was they cut basically a tunnel. So like they left a little strip of foundation, but then they cut basically a door, a tunnel underneath. And then they went in and dug. And it's okay to dig a little in there, but they dug below where the foundation was poured around, which then they realized, oh crap, we dug below the water line because we're basically baseline with the lake. So all of a sudden it started filling in. They're like, let's abandon project. You can tell they tried to fill some stuff in, but they left a hole basically in the tunnel. They put wood over it. And then they never put the fill back in. And so they tried to pour this little thing. And Michael just said, you could tell they didn't know what they're doing. It makes no sense. You're like, make it make sense. It doesn't. This is crazy. You are literally undermining your foundation. And so we walked in and Michael thought that there was this little crack in it, and he thought he was just going to have to jack something up, that it wouldn't be a big deal. And then he realized that there was a huge hole. And it was okay to have a little room between your foundation and your dirt if you have a foundation poured like that. It's not okay to have that much because it was dug underneath the foundation. It is crazy. Luckily, we had help and we were able to do it fairly inexpensively because Michael knows what he's doing. But this could have, I think, from what I've gathered, this could have been an easily $40,000, $50,000 had we had to pay somebody to do all this. So the next step is Michael's going to be pouring concrete on it actually tomorrow, and then just kind of do a few other things and then put a good vapor barrier over there, and then we should be good. It's fun times.